I set up this Premier JWW course by Craig Josling. I wanted to see how I do with limited mobility. The opening in through here contains quite a few back sides and things like that, but those jumps are nicely clustered so that it really doesn't require running. I decided to lead out to about there, push Willie to the back side, execute a front cross, execute another front cross. Willie would now be on my left side. I'd push him to the back of 6 and execute a blind turn, blind cross, and try and get ahead of him as much as possible to prepare for 7 and 8. Now, the problem with 7 and 8 is they are separated by about 12 feet. And 7 is, oh heavens, it's more than 15 feet away from 6 rather. So that's a long run. And I can't run very well, and Willie is fast. So I had to come up with some kind of plan. I had a couple of different options. I finally decided my best bet was to try and get as far this way as possible, call Willie over 7, send him to 8, and then I would have him take the jump that way, and I would throttle him through the gap to the weave poles. Now, I really thought the better line for Willie would be this way, but I didn't see how I could possibly get up far enough to get him to turn back toward me. Now, it looks like once you got through this part of the course, it's not too bad, but unfortunately, there are no straight lines to the jumps. It's like crank, or go, crank, go, crank. And additionally, the spacing was really kind of tight in here. So you couldn't, or at least I didn't feel I could get that. I couldn't leave Willie and just have him take those jumps necessarily, even though there's no real off-course options. Then you get back to this amusing problem of 7, or now they're 14 and 15, 14 and 15 being so far apart. And although at least, whoops, wrong thing, tool. At least that's kind of something you can send the dog to. 17 is bidirectional. Now, given the fact that once again, for the ending, we have jumps that don't align very well, it would be nice to give the dog as good a start as possible on that closing line. And I felt that that would mean that way. And I felt I really could manage this. I would just run in here, call Willie, send him over, and then rear cross to finish. Well, that was my plan. Let's see what really happened.